There was a man who lived by the seaside. He owned many boats that he rented out to people. Whether someone wanted to go on a sea trip or a fisherman needed to catch fish, he had boats available for every purpose. He had also kept one boat for his personal use. His children, who studied in the city, would occasionally come to visit during holidays and enjoy trips to the sea. Summer vacations were approaching, and the man anticipated that his children would surely come to enjoy the sea during their break. He called a painter. The paint on his boat had become dull, so he asked the painter to give it a fresh coat of paint. "My children are coming to spend their vacation and they will want to take a trip to the sea. Please paint this boat beautifully so that it looks brand new," he said. The painter was skilled at his work. He began painting the boat with great precision and care. While painting, he noticed a hole in the boat. One side of the boat was slightly damaged. Since he mostly worked on painting boats, the painter also knew a bit about repairing them. The hole wasn't very large, so he easily fixed it and painted over it. Now the boat looked as good as new. After completing the painting, he handed the boat back to the owner, took his payment, and left. Since the repair work was minor, he thought it wouldn't be appropriate to ask for extra money. That's why he didn't even mention the repair to the owner and returned to his village. A few days later, a man came to the painter's village and informed him that the owner of the boat he had painted, the wealthy man Seth, was calling for him. On hearing this, the painter grew nervous and worried, thinking that perhaps he had made some mistake. He was sure he had done his job well, but being called back made him anxious. Nevertheless, he went to the seaside again, feeling uneasy. To his surprise, the Seth welcomed him warmly, offered him tea and food, and then handed him an envelope. When the painter opened the envelope, he found it thick and filled with money. The painter was astonished. He said, "Sir, I only painted your boat and that wasn't such a big job. You've already paid me for that. What are all these extra funds for? I don't understand." The wealthy man Seth smiled and said, "You're absolutely right. I already paid you for the painting. This money I'm giving you now is for another service you performed. And honestly, for the magnitude of what you've done, this amount is far too little." The painter was puzzled and asked, "What big work have I done that I don't even know about?" The Seth explained, "Here's the thing. I'm so busy with my boating business that I hardly have any time. My children were coming home to spend their vacation, and I wanted my personal boat to look good, which is why I called you to paint it. You did a fantastic job painting it and left. The very next day, my children arrived for their vacation. As soon as they got here, they said they wanted to go for a boat ride. They took the boat, boarded it, and went out to sea. I was so busy with my work that I completely forgot there was a hole in the boat. It wasn't repaired yet, and I only remembered this after my children had already taken the boat and gone into deep waters. I can't even describe what I felt at that moment. My children, who are the most precious part of my life, were in the middle of the sea on a boat that had a hole in it. When my wife heard this, she fainted from the shock. I was overwhelmed with fear and helplessness, convinced that I would never see my children again. But a few hours later, I saw my children returning home, happy and smiling. They had enjoyed their boat ride and returned safely. I was stunned and confused. How was this even possible? How had the boat, which had a hole, managed to return safely from the sea? I hugged my children, thanked God, and rushed to inspect the boat. When I checked it, there was no sign of the hole. It had been repaired completely. That's when I realized that you didn't just paint the boat that day, you also repaired the hole. Because of your good nature, you didn't even mention this extra work to me. You took your payment for the painting and left, unaware of how your small act of kindness would mean so much. Your little act of goodness saved my children's lives. Today I'm deeply grateful to you. No amount of money I give you can truly repay what you've done. You saved my children, who are priceless to me. Today you've earned my respect and gratitude. The money I'm giving you now is for the repair work you did without even telling me. Dear friends, this story teaches us an important lesson. Always do good deeds without expecting anything in return. The rewards for your kindness will surely come from above. So whenever you get an opportunity to do good, seize it with an open heart and selflessness. Even if the world doesn't acknowledge your efforts, the Almighty surely will. If someone remembers you in their time of need or reaches out to you during their struggles, don't feel bad or complain that they only contact you when they need something. Always remember, it's only in darkness that people look for a lamp. Be thankful to God for giving you the opportunity to be that lamp, to bring light into others' lives and to dispel their darkness. In life, keep learning something new every day, think of new ideas and keep doing good. Always keep growing and evolving. If you like this story, please like and share and subscribe the channel for next video. See you in next video. Stay happy.